Ryan, an element of deja vu this weekend as we look to play Ilminster once again, but this time at home park. Before we get into the fixture and our return to home park, I thought we'd talk a little about the news that came out last week. Obviously, the club will now be taking ownership of the women's team. It's been a week since that. How's it been for you? And I'm sure you've had a lot of questions asked since.
Yeah, 100%. So, I think the news has settled in around the women's club. Obviously, I've sort of been privy to the conversations going on, so I knew that the motions were in place. So for me, it wasn't as much as a surprise as others. But yeah, there's a big buzz around the changing room. The girls are excited, looking forward to it, and same as staff. But there's lots of planning and lots of questions still to be asked over the next 6-7 months, ready for the takeover and start of next season.
Talking about the buzz and obviously the dressing room, has there been a noticeable change in that week? And how have the girls sort of reacted to it? Because obviously it is a big buzz, surely. Yeah,
100%. To be fair, the atmosphere in the changing room this year has been fantastic. We've got a good group of players. Attitude and application's been second to none. But like you say, there is a bit more of a buzz around the place. They're excited and looking forward to what next season looks like. But we've got a job to do this year on the pitch. And like you say, but I think added to the buzz, we've got a game at home park this week, which I think they're all excited about, and so are we as staff. So we love playing at home park, so we're looking forward to it again.
You just mentioned it there, obviously home park this week. You're an Argyle fan yourself. What's it like playing matches here, not only as a fan, but as a manager on the day? Because obviously a win for you must mean more than anything.
Yeah, like we love playing at home park. We get bigger crowds in. The pitch is unbelievable. And it's just a bit more of an occasion, and it gives us an opportunity to showcase where we're at and what we're about as a women's football club. We've had some tough fixtures over the last few times at home park, and like I say, we played Cardiff last year here. It was the last game, and we finally got over the line with a win and a good performance. So like I say, hopefully that continues this weekend in the FA Cup against Ilminster.
Ilminster stand in your way for the first round of the FA Cup. Obviously, last week it got cancelled, unfortunately, last minute, which meant as this is now taken over the Cardiff game. How confident are you going into this week, especially on the big stage like Argyle? Are you confident that you can just sort of turn up and get the job done and look towards that second round straight away?
Yeah, 100%. When the draw was made, obviously, we look forward to it, and people were going to look at it and go, Ilminster a couple of leagues below, and expectations on us to win, but we've got to come here and do the job. Ilminster are going to be buzzing to playing at home park just like everyone else. It's a big occasion for them, and they're going to want to cause an upset. So we've just got to make sure we do our job properly. It was a bit frustrating that the game was called off last week. It obviously passed 2 pitch inspections, and I think the downpour at 11 o'clock didn't help, and standing water, it just couldn't be opened. And unfortunately, Ilminster had to travel down, but like I said, I went in and apologised, and they were fine. I think they were a bit more buzzing that they were going to be playing at home park. So, it's a big occasion for them, but we've got to make sure we do our job properly.
And finally, obviously, last week you were asked about squad availability. It's been sort of a gremlin for you guys in the squad and a frustration at lots of periods of time. Is it similar to last week in terms of you've got essentially everyone available again, or has that reschedule potentially caused an issue for you?
No, so availability has improved over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and I think we've seen that in performances and results. We're pretty much got everyone available. The only player missing this weekend will be Jade, who's away with the Navy in Cyprus. Rosie's back from a deployment with the Navy, so she'll come back into the matchday squad. So we're almost as close to full strength as possible. But just gives me a little bit of a headache now, which is good, around the starting 11 and what subs to bring on, because with the other rule in which doesn't go in our favour this weekend is we can name 7 subs, but we can only use 3. Where in the league you can name 5 and use 5. So obviously we want to give everyone the opportunity, but we've got to get the job done.
Well, all the best of luck for this weekend, Ryan.
Cheers, Jake.